วัสดีค่ะวันนี้นะคะ EP นี้นะคะทุกคนเป็น EP ที่มุกจะสัมภาษณ์แอนโทนีนะคะอยากจะคีปให้มันแบบ simple สุดๆในเวของสำหรับบาริสต้าที่อาจจะเพิ่งเข้ามาในวงการหรือว่าคนที่อยากจะเข้ามาในวงการนะคะว่าทำยังไงถึงจะเข้ามาเป็นบาริสต้าได้ถึงแม้ว่าตอนนี้เราขาดคนมากๆนะทุกคนแต่มุกก็มองว่ามันก็ไม่ได้ง่ายขนาดนั้นสำหรับคนที่ไม่มีประสบการณ์หรือว่าประสบการณ์น้อยที่จะแบบสเต็ปเข้ามาหรือมาเป็นบาริสต้านะคะเพราะฉะนั้นวันนี้เดี๋ยวเราลองมา brainstorm กันดูนะคะแล้วมาลองดูกันว่าบาริสต้าแชมป์ของเราเนี่ยนะคะจะมีความคิดเห็นหรือมีข้อแนะนำยังไงบ้างนะคะซึ่งใครที่อาจจะติดตามนะคะก็จะทราบว่าแอนโทนี ดักลาสเนี่ยนะคะทำงานให้กับนี่นะคะบริษัทนี้นะคะ Axel Coffee Roaster ซึ่งเป็นบริษัทเดียวกันกับที่มุกทำงานให้ด้วยนะคะปีล่าสุดนะคะทุกคนแอนโทนีก็ชนะนะคะ World Barista Champion ก็คือเป็นบาริสต้าที่ชนะในรอบของโลกนะคะซึ่งในรายการที่แข่งกันเนี่ยก็แข่งกันทั่วโลกเลยนะคะแล้วก็มาจัดรอบโลกของการแข่งขันเนี่ยที่ประเทศออสเตรเลียที่เมืองเมลเบิร์นนะคะซึ่งก็ถือว่าทำได้ดีมากนะคะแล้วก็แอนโทนีก็ชนะด้วยนะคะซึ่งวันนี้เราก็เลยจะมาแบบคุยกันสักหน่อยละกันมุกอยากจะคีปให้มันเป็นลักษณะของ conversation ทั่วไปที่เหมือนเวลาเราคุยกันกับเพื่อนนะทุกคนเพราะว่ามุกรู้สึกว่าบางทีการแข่งขันมันอาจจะดูจับต้องยากมันอาจจะดูแบบเข้าถึงยากมันอาจจะดูแบบมีกฎเยอะแยะมากมายแต่ว่าวันนี้เราก็จะมาแชร์อะไรที่เราสามารถแชร์ได้แล้วก็เป็นแรงบันดาลใจให้สำหรับคนที่อยากจะเข้ามาเป็นบาริสต้าอยากจะเริ่มต้นอาชีพหรือบางคนที่แบบอยู่ในสายอาชีพนี้อยู่แล้วแล้วก็อยากจะรู้ว่าแล้วถ้าเกิดฉันไม่เคยแข่งเลยอยากจะเข้ามาแข่งจะต้องทำยังไงบ้างวันนี้ค่ะห้องที่เราอยู่ตรงนี้นะคะทุกคนเป็นห้องที่ใช้ซ้อมแข่งนะคะซึ่งเครื่องนั้นนะคะก็จะเป็นเครื่องที่เป็นสปอนเซอร์แมชชีนนะคะรุ่นล่าสุดนะคะรวมถึงเครื่องบดด้วยนะคะแล้วก็ห้องนี้เนี่ยก็เป็นสเปซที่เขาใช้ในการซ้อมจริงๆเลยนะคะรวมถึงอุปกรณ์ทุกอย่างที่สำหรับการแข่งขันก็ยังอยู่ในห้องนี้อยู่เลยนะทุกคนอันนี้ยังแบบมีอุปกรณ์ของเขานะคะเป็นรถเข็นอยู่ตรงนี้เลยนะคะวันนี้เราก็ได้มีโอกาสมาคุยกับแอนโทนีนะคะหวังว่าทุกคนจะได้ motivation ได้แรงบันดาลใจสำหรับการที่จะเข้ามาในวงการหรือว่าการที่จะมาเป็นบาริสต้าก็ลองดูนะคะวันนี้เดี๋ยวรอแอนโทนีแป๊บนึงค่ะอย่าลืมกดไลค์กด subscribe กดแชร์ให้มุกด้วยนะคะสำหรับคอนเทนต์เกี่ยวกับกาแฟคอนเทนต์เกี่ยวกับการแข่งขันหรือว่าคอนเทนต์เกี่ยวกับการเป็นบาริสต้านะคะถ้ามีคำถามอะไรอยากจะให้มุกถามแอนโทนีเพิ่มเติมหรือว่ามีคำถามอะไรที่อยากจะให้มุกตอบส่วนตัวเพิ่มเติมก็คอมเมนต์มาได้ที่คอมเมนต์ข้างล่างเลยนะคะอย่าลืมกดไลค์กด subscribe กดแชร์ให้ด้วยนะ
Champion of the United States.
Okay.
This is Anthony. Here we go again.
Hey everyone.
But now this time, first congratulations to World Champion 2022.
Thank you.
How's the life changing?
Yeah, it's been a little bit crazy since the win, but very exciting stuff at this point. Spending a lot less time in the training room, more time on the road and traveling, which is lovely and yeah.
Yeah, good you mentioned that because we are in his training room. This is where you train.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the coffee machine at the back,
Yep.
that's the grinder at the back, the trolley and everything is still here. So
Yeah.
it must have been a crazy period for you.
Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah.
So how long did you actually train for? Like a few months? No, actually because you do nationals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did our Australian nationals just a month before Worlds happening.
Yep.
Do you feel rushed or you feel, was it too quick?
I think it was a good amount of time. So we had about a month between regionals and a month between nationals.
Yes.
And it was kind of the sweet spot because it was enough time that we had an opportunity to change things and improve it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so much time that, we lost momentum and we went down rabbit holes.
Yeah, because
So
you're constantly like training every day.
yeah, so we just kept that momentum and it just rolled through the entire 3 competitions.
Yeah. This is my question that I always wanted to know. What is the training period? Like what time? At night or in the morning? Because this is in the cafe and that's the big window you can see from outside and I'm like curious myself, like what time did you do your training?
Yeah, I think I did a lot of it during the day. So I was lucky enough that Dave actually gave me some time off.
Yes.
So our boss Dave at Axel, so he supported me and leading up to WBC I was just getting paid to train, which was lovely.
Yes.
So I was in here every day and at night time as well. So I'd finish up around 8 or 10 o'clock depending on the day.
Yeah. So like between 5 to 8 or 10 each day?
No, I'd start like in the morning, like maybe
in the morning.
9 a.m. ish, 8 or 9 a.m. and sort of train all the way through. depending on the day. I took a rest some days as well because you need to, but yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Team as well, Matt Crowley and Jack Simpson.
Yeah.
And of course Dave. So
It's the first in a series of events, so we're going to be traveling around Australia, doing a few different events like this.
Where would it be? Perth?
Yeah, so we've got no Perth, unfortunately. We've got Adelaide, Brisbane, Gold Coast, and Sydney, and then finishing up in Melbourne again.
Which I will be here.
Yeah.
This time. So
Yeah.
so that about the competition, and now is there any plan you could tell us about what's your plan in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the road show. I'll be visiting Korea as well for the cafe show, which should be a lot of fun. So I'll do some work with the cafe show team over there. Hoping to visit Thailand at some point and see how we go.
We have to really convince him, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fun. Okay.
Should be good. Yeah.
Plan next year?
Yeah, next year, honestly, there's probably a little bit more travel, you know. There's definitely a lot of countries on the list, and people have sort of reached out to invite us, which is lovely. Definitely want to do some origin trips. So I want to visit my producer, Nestor, over in Colombia. That'd be good fun. Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of exciting trips for you.
Yeah, it should be good. You know, just sort of taking Axel and showcasing what we do across different parts of the world, and
Yeah. So now we're talking a bit about barista career a little
yeah.
bit. So is there any advice for someone who wants to become a barista?
Yeah.
Advice you could give?
Yeah, I definitely recommend looking up some good training classes. We run classes here at Axel, and Mook runs classes herself as well. So get a good foundation of knowledge under your belt. Do some training with people you trust. Try to apply for reputable cafes in the industry. People who you respect what they do, and
That's the big part.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you might not always get, you know, the job that you want at first, but it's good to get experience on your resume. So, you know, even if you end up working at some place and it's not really where you want it to be, that's fine. You can work there, add that to your resume, and that will give you more experience so that when you apply for the job you want later on, you've got more chance of getting it. So, yeah.
Because this is a job where you need experience, like lots of experience before you join maybe a big brand or a big cafe, like they really busy, so they need your experience to be able to handle the job.
Yeah.
And about the advice for someone who wants to compete, never compete before.
Yep.
What do they do?
Yeah. Well, I would say just take the plunge. You know, I think a lot of people do feel a bit nervous and they never feel ready. I didn't feel ready in my first year.
That was me too.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but there's no right time to do it. So just get into it sooner rather than later. Read the score sheets.
Ooh, yes, and read the rules.
Exactly. Read the rules. Understand how the score sheets work. And really focus on just making good quality coffee, because 80% of the score is, you know, the quality of the coffee that you're serving up. So the presentation and all of that is really nice, but it's kind of secondary to the coffee. So a lot of beginners, I find, focus on presentation, you know, and the concept and the visuals, but the coffee doesn't taste very good. So coffee is king.
True, I agree with you, because like the more you understand the score sheet from the first time compete as well, that's going to help. I think like read on what you missed. And what score you didn't really get. Then make it better next time.
Exactly. And there's
good,
there's plenty of people in the industry willing to help as well. So reach out to people you know who might be judges or competitors, and there's a lot of people out there who are willing to offer advice. So just ask the question.
Yeah. That's what I do. I ask him the questions. Lots of questions about competition and like about work and everything. So reach out to your friends or someone you know that they have experience in the field, and then they'll be able to at least help you or answer your questions. Thank you. This is my favorite question.
Sure.
What is the favorite part about making coffee or work as a barista?
For me, it is just the level of control you have as a barista. It's something I've gained an appreciation for over the years. When I first started out, I used to just hit all the buttons, and I sort of thought that was it. But I've realized over the years just the importance of each variable. And you know, if you practice and if you really work on your technique, it has such a massive impact on the quality of coffee that you serve. So for me, that's really exciting, because I've been making coffee for 13 years now, and I'm still improving, I'm still growing, you know, which is, I think that's so cool.
That's a really good part, because you're still like, oh, I want it to be better every day. It's never reached to the point where I know everything.
Yeah, exactly, because then it would get boring, but it's still fun.
True. You probably answered this question like 100 times. How many years have you been competing?
7 years.
What's make you just keep going?
I think,
What's the motivation?
yeah.
This is always the conversation we always have between us, like what is the motivation?
Yeah. Well, I think once, just by personality, once I start something, I sort of want to finish it, you know, and I've always done pretty well, but not quite close enough to win in previous years. So I was sort of annoyed, honestly. I'm just like, I just want to win already.
That was close?
Yeah, exactly. I was getting close. I was close enough that it was still motivating to continue going.
Yeah.
And I also understood why I wasn't succeeding,
Yeah.
you know. So when you understand why, it makes it a lot easier to correct and make changes and sort of improve.
Learn from
Yeah.
what you did and mistakes and
Yeah, and competition for me has always been more than the trophy as well. It's about sort of helping set myself up in the future, and if I want to have my own business one day, or
yeah, for sure.
you know, just those opportunities that come along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good because like we always have a conversation going on like what is your motivations to like compete every year,
yeah,
and that's not just you but like for all of us. I think it's
Yep.
the learning point.
yeah,
Like you get to learn, you get to share, and then you get to realize, oh, that's something I can learn from this year and then be better next year.
exactly. And that's it too. I like 90% of what I know about coffee is through time in this training room, you know, practicing and refining my skills. So
Go down to the
yeah.
rabbit hole and oh yes.
that's it. Yeah, drink a million espressos and don't
True.
sleep and
Yeah.
all that fun. Yeah,
The inspiration and motivations, I got a lot of motivation from you looking at what he's doing in this training room every day. That's really motivating me as well at the same time. So yeah, is there anything you want to tell us or anything you want to share with us or motivate wherever's you watching from this YouTube channel? Please go ahead.
Yeah, well, first off, I just want to say the respect is mutual. I've always been very inspired by you and what you're doing. I think it's amazing. And yeah, you know, I think I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of people come into my life
Yeah.
who have helped me in some way or another and helped me learn things. And I want to pay a bit of that forward as much as I can. So yeah, if you have any questions on coffee competition, feel free to reach me on Instagram. You know, I'm happy to help in any way I can. And that's the thing about this industry that I love too. There's like so many people are willing to help. So yeah, you're not alone. Reach out. The support's there.
Yay!
Yeah.
And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can get him to come to Thailand to see all of you guys as
Yeah,
well.
I'd love that.
Okay, thanks for your
All
time.
right. See you. Thank you.